Good morning, cadets. I welcome you back for the next session of computer science for class 12th. And as we know, we are discussing about the loop statements. And in our previous classes, we discussed about the for statements with the general form, for loop with general form as well as with examples. Similarly, the while loop, which is called as a conditional loop, with the four important components: initialization, test condition, body of the loop, and update statements, with the general syntax as well as examples. Now there are two important statements. Those are known as the jump statements, which may be helpful in loops, and these two statements are called as the break and continue. What are the advantages of these break and continue statements? Let us discuss today with the help of examples. The first about the break statement. The break statement in Python is used to terminate the containing loop for any given condition. The program resumes from the statement immediately after the loop. What is the meaning of this? So you can break, because as you know that in the loop statements, basically a loop statement is to repeat the number of statements for a certain number of times. Suppose based on a condition I want to exit from the loop, we can put a condition and we can terminate, and we can come out of the loop for any given condition. Based on whatever condition you want to put, you put a condition. If that condition becomes true, you comes out of the loop, and after coming out of loop, whatever the next statement is there in the program after the loop, that will be executed. That is about the break statement. Compared to break statement, let us see what is a continue statement. The continue statement in Python is used to skip the statements below continue statement inside loop and forces the loop to continue with the next value. See the difference here. The break makes the loop to terminate, means coming out of loop, whereas continue will not terminate the loop, only that specific condition. Instead of coming out for that particular iteration or repetition, the statements which are to be repeated will not be repeated. So let us see with the example, we can understand the meaning of break and continue. Now let's see the break here. What is the logic written here? For I in range 1, 20 means lower limit is 1, upper limit is 19, because 20 minus 1. If I modulus 6 is equal to 0, break. What is the meaning? If I modulus 6 means if the value of I is divisible by 6, you should come out. If no, then you have to print the value of I. Means your print statement is below if, means it is not part of the if statement. This for loop is having two statements, one is if, another one is print. If, as long as it is not divisible, keep on printing. The moment it is divisible, come out of the loop, and this loop over statement is below for, means it is outside the loop. When the condition is met here, when the decision is true, when the condition is true, it comes out and print the loop over. The above code produces output C. When I is 1, not divisible, printed, 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 and 6 is divisible by 6. Therefore, it comes out and print the statement loop over. When the value of I reaches to 6, condition will becomes true and the loop will end and message loop over will be printed. This I will illustrate with the example. Now about the continue, say same loop for I in range 1, 20. If I modulus 6 is equal to 0, instead of break we have written as a continue. Means what will happen now? Just see, up to 5 it is printed because it is not divisible, and 6 it is not printed because we are told to continue. We are not told to print it. Because it is modulus 6, therefore it continues. 6 is not printed. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is printed. 12 modulus 6 is 0, it is not printed. and similarly 18 modulus 6 is 0, therefore 18 is also not printed. When the loop over, it prints loop over. When the value of I becomes divisible from 6, condition will become true and loop will skip all the statements below continue and continues in loop and next value of iteration. If you want, I can give a statement the below continue also here. Okay, if I modulus 6 equal to 0, we are told to continue, and we have printed here. Okay, this is about break and continue. Let us illustrate in our Python ideally and see how we can do it. Okay, ideally, let me go the program here. Okay, new file. Okay, I will write a comment here, program to illustrate break statement in any loop, both for loop as well as that also I will convert and show you. Let me write first for loop, the same given example for I in range 1, 20. Okay, if I modulus 6 is equal to 0, then I will tell to break. Okay, right, and below the for I will print the statement end of loop. Some message I will print here. Okay, let us save. Okay, break statement, example of break statement. Let me run. Why it is not printed here? End of loop only. If I modulus 6 is 0, then I should write here print now. If it is not true, print I. Okay, print was missing there, therefore it is not printing anything. Okay, run. It is printing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is not printing, therefore it comes out. End of loop, right? Because you have given break. Now the same example I would like to do with the while loop. How can I convert this? You see. Okay, I should vary up to 19 now. So I will write here while I is less than 20, if I modulus 6 is equal to 0, break, otherwise print the value of I, and here you print the statement while loop is over. Okay, initialization I have to do now here. Initialization, what is the initial value of I should start with 1. Let us see. You can start from 0 also, there is no problem. So I will start I equal to 0 or I equal to 1, whatever it is. Okay, let me run this with the using of while loop. Okay, it is printing 1 only. What is the problem? Well, I is less than 20. If I modulus 6 is equal to 0, come out. Okay, operation is missing here, isn't it? Every time I remains 1, I have not changed the value of I. Therefore, where is your operation after printing is over? I equal to I plus 1. Now let us check. Save, run. Now see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While loop is over. The same condition I have used using while loop. Hope you understood. Now let me illustrate your continue statement. Okay, here once again for I in range, I will write once again 1 comma 20. Okay, if I modulus 6 is equal to 0, I will say to continue. Okay, here print your I. Okay, here I will write print loop is over, some message I am printing. Okay, now let us check this. Save, run. Okay, 1 2 3 6 is not printed, you can see. Okay, otherwise I can give a statement here, you can understand. Here what you can do, print if it is divisible, that I, the value is divisible by 6. I is divisible by 6, not printed. Let me see that. Okay, not printed. This is what your message. Okay, your I is divisible by 6, therefore it is not printed. Let us run. You can see here 1 2 3 4 5, 6 is divisible by 6, not printed. 12 is divisible by 6, not printed. 18 is divisible by 6, not printed, but it is printing there, so I should not print the value of is. Okay, I will give here number is divisible by 6. Just I will print a message without printing the value of I. Therefore run. Now you see 1 2 3 5 6, number is divisible by 6, not printed. 12, number is divisible by 6, not printed. 18, number is divisible by 6, not printed. The same thing I can implement using a while loop. Now here what will happen now? Once again your I is equal to 1, while I is less than 20, if I modulus 6 is equal to 0, let me write it as continue. Okay, same message I will print here, that divisible by, I will cut here rather than typing once again, I will print here. Okay, and then otherwise I will print the value of I. Okay, and then once again I will print the statement loop is over after the end of paste. Okay, this I will remove. This is your using continue statement using while loop. Okay, I have not once again updated here. Now if I run, see what is the error will come. It keeps on printing 1 only because I have not updated I. Therefore in while loop we need to operate. In for loop not required because automatically it will take the next value. Now let us run and see. What happened? It is also infinite loop. I is 1 as long as it is less than 20. If I modulus 6, print number is divisible by 6, not printed. So continue. If I is not divisible by 6, print I. It should print 1. I equal to I plus 1. It continues. Print I. What is the problem here? I is equal to 0, not printed. Continue. 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, let us see, is there any problem of indentation? Okay, continue. What about the print here? Print I equal to I plus 1. Save, run. number is divisible by 6, not printed, okay, is divisible by 6. Let me remove this statement, what it is doing. Save, run. The moment it is divisible by 6, 6 is not printed, but why it is coming out? If I is less than 20, I modulus 6 is equal to 0, continue. Okay, in that case it is not upgrading I. Okay, in both the cases I must be incremented. Okay, let us say I equal to 0. I will make here, before if only I will make I equal to I plus 1. Here I will remove that. In both the cases I must be incremented. Let us check. Okay, 6 is not printed, 12 is not printed. If you want that statement, you can write it here where it has written that print number is divisible by 6, so not printed. Let us check now. Yes, in place of 6 and all, it will not print, isn't it? 6, 12 and 18, it is not printed. This is how the while version of your program, right? So like that, wherever you want you can come out, wherever you don't want you can. Here if the number is or I can put, if it is divisible by 2, like that. For example, or if I is divisible by, first I can check with 2. If it is divisible by 2, I don't want to print. If it is divisible by 4, I don't want to print. Or if I is divisible by 6, also I don't want to print. Now let us see, out of 20 how many are printed now. I can put any number of condition. Run. See, 2 it is not printing, 4 it is not printing, 6 it is not printing, 8 it is not printing, 10 it is not printing, 12, 14, 16, 18. This is how it is only printing 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. So this is how you can utilize the break and continue statement in loop. If you do the more examples, you can definitely understand the concept of break and continue, which are the jump statements. The more on loops I would like to continue in my next class. At this point of time, I would like to stop here now, okay, and we'll try to continue in my next class. Bye bye.